Yeah, Ben and Sarah, that shooting at that elementary school in Texas yesterday reminded a lot of people here in Connecticut of what happened back in 2012 at Sandy Hook. It brought Republicans and Democrats to the table to enact real gun change here in Connecticut, and now they say it's time for others to do that too.
I look at these mass shootings, they're somewhat uniquely American, which is tragic.
Tuesday's mass shooting at a Texas elementary school comes nearly 10 years after a mass shooting took the lives of 26 students and teachers in Connecticut. State politicians, both Republican and Democrat, agreed more needed to be done about guns and got it done, passing background checks, making it harder to sell assault rifles, and limiting magazine sizes. They say it's time for others to do the same.
There is a reluctance to have any conversation that involves anything to do with guns.
Democratic Congresswoman Jahana Hayes saying at the Capitol Wednesday gun reform conversations are not welcomed by Republicans in Congress. Fellow Democratic Congressman John Larson says many are not doing what they've been elected to do, referring to the Senate not taking up House-passed gun legislation bills.
For the United States Senate not to have voted in over a decade, that is a disgrace.
Republican State Senator Kevin Kelly agrees with the two that there's dysfunction in Washington. However, he says Democrats are making the issue too political.
But to blame it on one side or the other, I think, is just buying into and is part of that Washington dysfunction.
Kelly says the focus needs to be on the issue at hand. They all think Connecticut can serve as an example of how to get things done.
I think what they need to do is sit down, as we did in Connecticut, and work in a bipartisan manner.
But how? They say listening to what those impacted have been through and working alongside fellow state leaders to make real change nationwide.
These borders are pretty porous when it comes to guns. I got stuff coming down from the North Country. I got illegal guns coming up from Georgia and the South.
Connecticut has some of the toughest gun restrictions nationwide, but politicians say, of course, there is more that can be done. The governor saying today, if you're not serious about guns, you're not serious about crime prevention, and wanting other states to look at Connecticut as an example of what to do after these types of tragedies. Live from the Capitol, Tony Black, Fox 61 News.